Good evening, everybody. A little cold here in Texas today. 25 this morning. It's about 50 something now. It's supposed to be up by Christmas, up in the 70s. Quite the temperature swing. Anyway, we'll get started here in about 2 minutes with the Monday Night Cares Net. So grab you some hot chocolate, cup of coffee, iced tea, whichever applies. Turn that scanner down. Got to turn my lights. That's better. Hopefully the repeater will behave nicely this evening. Last week it didn't want to behave very nicely. It was experiencing some electrical issues.
The time is 7 p.m. K5VZC.
All right. I guess we need to get started. Stand by for news. Well, with that, I guess it's time to get started. This is KD5KJZ, and it's now time for the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Monday Night Net. The name here is Randy. Be the net control for tonight. Uh-oh. Here, released. CARES is the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Radio Club. This net is held on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the K5VZC repeater system. That is 147.200 in Wills Point, 444.975 over in Primrose, and recently added Kaufman 442.875. And everyone is encouraged to join in and participate. The CARES Radio Club meets monthly on the third Wednesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. at the Van Zandt County Library. That's off of FM 859 next to the Blackwell Historic Home, with one exception. We do not meet in December. A little too close for Christmas. The purpose of this net is to build amateur radio use throughout Van Zandt County by providing and Kaufman County by providing a venue for operators to become comfortable and proficient speaking over the airways, such that should an emergency arise, we'll be ready to help transmit and receive emergency traffic. Remember, just a quick reminder, when you key up or hear the repeater, wait just an extra few seconds and let it drop out, since we are connecting 3 different repeaters at this point. with that, we'll go ahead and start. No, we better check for emergency traffic. Is there any emergency traffic at this time? K5, KJZ. I gotta redo my script to add in that message. Well, that's always a good sign, not hearing emergency traffic. So with that, we'll go ahead and start our check-ins. If you would, give me a call sign, just your call sign now, phonetically and slowly, and I'll get us logged in, and we'll go from there. This is K5KJZ taking check-ins.
Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Charlie.
Charlie. Who was that? Romeo, Charlie. They need to come back. I missed it.
Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Mike Bravo. Big 5 HTO.
Where is everybody?
Kilo India 5, Bravo Delta India.
Good old Kevin. Who else? All righty. Well, let's go ahead and take that short pause. The first call that came in first. If you would give me your call sign one more time, it's a little bit fast. Slow it down just a smidgen.
Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Charlie.
Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Charlie. All right, got it, I believe. Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Charlie. Thank you for that. Next, I had KC5CMD, KJ5HTO, KI5DDI, and I believe I copied KF7SOX. A little static on your signal, but pretty sure that was you. Any additional check-ins for tonight? Where's everybody? All righty. Well, we'll check back here in just a minute. So for now, let's go ahead and do our round of check-ins. If you would, give me your name, approximate location, and any traffic you have for tonight's net. We'll start back with K3 CRC.
Kilo 3, Charlie, Romeo, Charlie, Scroggins, Texas. No traffic.
All right. Next on the list, KC5CMB.
Name's Gary. CTH wise, no traffic. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Mike Bravo.
Thank you, Gary. Next on the list, KJ5HTO.
Good evening, everyone. This is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, currently traveling on 64 in between Ben Wheeler and Canton, and I have no traffic for the net, KJ5HTO.
All right, Mr. Matt. Thank you, sir. KI5BDI, you're next on the list.
KI5BDI, this is Kevin. 5 miles north of I-20 off of Highway 19 and no traffic.
All right. And I believe I copied KF7SOX. All right, Marie, got you in there. Thanks for joining us this evening. Signal's just a little scratchy, but I can make out what you're saying. All right, let's go ahead and double check, see if there's anybody else that would like to join us this evening. This is KD5 KJZ taking additional check-ins. Where's our normal?
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Victor Alpha Victor Winter.
All right, I got KF5VAV. If you could bring up your power, or not really power, but your audio just a little bit, that would help. Go ahead and give us your check-in for tonight.
Let's try that again. This here, the KF5VAV east end of Ben Wheeler in Van Zandt County, 2 miles south of Van. Over at the Primrose site location, I do have one bit of traffic for everybody. The Skyward training is going to be coming to Van Zandt County Tuesday, January 20th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Van Zandt County Library, the Sarah Norman Library there that we usually meet at for our monthly meetings. So please make plans to attend that and break. Continuing, and if you could, if you haven't already, go like and follow our Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and type Easy Care, you'll find it. You might have to type Van Zandt in there somewhere, but you should find it. It should pop up pretty easy. If you go like and follow, then like and share that post to your friends and family here in the area that might want to join us at that meeting. Let's pack the house and get as much people out as we can to get trained. So that's all the traffic I have. Hope everybody's well. K5 VAV event.
All right, very good. Thank you, Cody, for that reminder. Yes, indeed, January 20th at the Van Zandt County Library, Skywarn training, live with the National Weather Service. All right, any additional check-ins for tonight before we really get going? KD5 KJZ. All right, hearing none, we'll check with Mr. KI5BDI and see if he's got our customary bad dad joke for this evening. Mr. Kevin?
KI5BDI. All right, I have one. What do you have when you have a snowball in each hand? What do you have when you have a snowball in each hand? Anybody?
What do you have when you have a snowball in each hand? What do you have when you have a snowball in each hand?
Anybody?
A pair of snowballs, K5KJZ.
All right. When you have a snowball in each hand, you have Frosty the Snowman's attention.
Oh. I should have known better. Alrighty, yeah, that one probably needs no more explanation. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. All right, well, for this week, I got some ham radio related questions. We'll throw a few of these out there and see who's got any answers out of them. What natural phenomenon allows short-wave ham signals to travel thousands of miles? Which natural phenomenon allows short-wave ham signals to travel thousands of miles? Anybody got an answer for me?
KJ5HTO.
Hope you remember what you said last couple of weeks ago. Go ahead, Matt. I bet you got an answer for me. He answered it last time.
Got an answer, just don't know if the one you're looking for. Is it atmospheric ducting?
No, not this time. But you're pretty close. Anybody else? All righty. Well, I guess I'll fill you in. Which natural phenomenon allows shortwave ham signals to travel thousands of miles? Would be reflection or refraction by the ionosphere. It's almost a tongue twister. All right, here's our next one. Which global event in 1912 led to increased regulation of amateur radio? Which global event in 1912 led to increased regulation of amateur radio? Nobody?
F5BDI.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kevin. Go right ahead.
That's the sinking of the Titanic.
Oh, good job. Yes, indeed. It was the sinking of the Titanic that brought more highlighted need for organized radio communications. There you go. Now you know. All right, with this one, you don't have to guess them all, but what is the international prefix used to identify amateur radio call signs from the United States? Just give me as many as you can. I know there's several, more than 3, less than 1. Go right ahead if anybody knows. What is the international prefix used to identify amateur radio call signs from the U.S.? All right, go ahead, Marie.
Yeah, are you talking about like W and K, William and,
That is what we are looking for. How many of them can you name, or do you happen to know?
just William and Kilo right off the top of my head. I'm sure there's
All right, yeah, we'll take that. So Kilo, November, Whiskey, Alpha Alpha through Alpha Lima. So those last two, the Alpha ones, I didn't know they added that many, but evidently they did. So this isn't really a trick question, but everybody should know this one. What emergency role are ham radio operators especially known for? What emergency role are ham radio operators especially known for? Excuse me.
KJ5HTO.
Go ahead, Matt. Jump in there with your answer.
Well, just kind of broad brush, just disaster communications.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. That's close enough. Providing emergency and disaster communications when normal systems fail. There you go. Good job. This is Katie Power, KJZ, the Monday Night Cares Net. All right, here's one that's fairly easy, I think. We'll see. What famous space station regularly makes contacts with amateur radio operators on Earth? Repeat your ID. Come on. Come on. It's an easy one. All right, Marie, jump in there. What's your answer? Hey, you were almost covered up in static. Just want to confirm. You said International Space Station, ISS. Is that correct? Well, that is, in fact, the answer they are looking for, the International Space Station. Good job, Marie. All right, here's our next one. What part of the electromagnetic spectrum do ham radios primarily use? What part of the electromagnetic spectrum do ham radios primarily use? Yes, it's radio. You got a question on that one? Or an answer, D? No? I'm not hearing anything. I'll try it again. What part of the electromagnetic spectrum do ham radios primarily use? It's throwing them.
KF7 SOS.
All right. Go ahead, Marie.
Very high frequency and ultra high frequency. VHF, UHF. KF7 SOS.
Well, that kind of narrowed it down, but really what they're looking for is the radio frequency spectrum, RF. That's all they were looking for on that one. But VHF and UHF definitely covers that. All right, let's see if we can get this one. What is the term for communicating with other ham radio operators by bouncing signals off the moon? What is the term for communicating with other amateur radio operators by bouncing signals off the moon? EME. Earth, Moon, Earth. I'd like to try that sometime.
KJ5HTO.
Moon bounce. Yep, you got it. Moon bounce. Go ahead, Mr. Matt. Good job, Kenny.
I believe that would be moon bounce.
Well, it is in fact moon bounce, but more specifically, it's Earth, Moon, Earth. EME is what they're actually looking for, but moon bounce is the same thing. So, yep, good job. We had somebody, Kenny, online say the same answer. Good job, Val. All right, we'll go ahead and round it out with this one. What does the Q code CQ mean when used by amateur radio operators? "20 meters is open tonight." Cool. Can't believe nobody's going to answer this one. Did I put everybody to sleep? What does the Q code CQ mean when used by ham radio operators? CQ.
KF5VAV.
All right, Cody, go ahead.
I do believe it means who is calling.
Well, that is close. Not exactly what they're looking for, but similar. Anybody else want to take a shot at it?
KJ5HTO.
HTO, go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. When you're calling CQ, you're calling other operators to engage in conversation.
That's a little closer than what Mr. Cody gave us. So, yep, that's going to pretty much do it. It's calling any station or seeking contacts is what they're looking for. That's what they define it as. correct, Kenny. You are the one asking for conversation or connection or contact or whatever. It depends on if you're doing digital or uh, Morse code. Doesn't matter as long as you call in CQ. All righty. Well, we'll go ahead and round it out with that. Don't want to keep everybody too late. Coming up on 1930 here local. So we'll go ahead and start our checkouts. And we'll start at the bottom of the list and work our way back up. So at the bottom is Mr. KFI VAV. Anything else you'd like to add? And go ahead and give us your checkout, please, sir.
No, sir, other than I knew that. I just totally spaced on it. I'm typing something else on the computer. Can do 2 days at once, barely. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well and happy. I will see you on the air, KFI, baby.
All righty. Thank you, Cody, for checking in with us this evening. Have yourself a good evening and keep it warm over there. It'll warm up the next few days. Next on the list, Mr. Let's see, K3CRC. And if you don't mind, just go ahead and fill me in on which repeater you may be coming through. Is it Kaufman?
K3CRC should be the Wills Point repeater. No, sir.
Well, that's fine. Not a problem. Just thought I would check. Are you able to get into the Kaufman repeater? Because it is linked to Wills Point.
I honestly haven't tried.
Come on. That's fine. Not a problem. Just thought I would ask. Well, thanks for joining the net this evening. Good to have you. Hope to hear from you again next week or the week after, whichever applies. Good to hear you. Next on our list, KF7SOX.
KF7SOX, saying good night to everyone. Reminding everyone to change up your get home bags and put winter gear in there in case it's cold. KF7SOX, Nite Net.
All right, Marie. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. Good to hear you. Next on the list is Mr. KI5BDI.
FIPDI, this is Kevin. Thanks for a good net, good questions. Reminding everybody that there is no meeting on Wednesday night, and Cody, that means you as well. KI5BDI, back to net control.
Oh, well, you make one mistake. Wow. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Kevin. No hard feelings, Cody. We're just picking on you. Anyway, next on our list, KJ5HTO.
Hey, Reedy, great night. Great net tonight. Appreciate that. Great question. So keep us all on our toes. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Stay warm. Like Randy said, I think it's supposed to warm up. So anyhow, got a brief cold spell there. This is KJ5HTO. Back to net.
All right, Mr. Matt. Well, thank you for checking in with us this evening. Not sure where Charlie is this evening, but maybe he just was running late. That's all right. Next on the list, KC5CMB. Kenny, if you want to join in on
Great
the
night.
conversation.
Finally got to be back on here. Managed to get the handheld set up and ready to go. So y'all have a good evening. Thank you for having the net. Look forward to being here more often.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you being here, sir. Good to hear you. Been missing you the last couple of weeks. That's all right. But you're here tonight. All right, I guess that'll round us out for this week. So with that, we'll go ahead and close the net and return the repeater system to normal amateur use. This is KD5 KJZ. Kenny, I was just going to say, if you got Echo Link, you can find us at Kilo Delta 5, Kilo Juliet Zulu dash Lima. Or if you got All Star, it's 511214. Either one of those are linked in as well. That's fine. Yeah, Echo Link should work just fine. Kilo Delta 5, Kilo Juliet Zulu dash Lima. Love to have you join in the conversation. Then you wouldn't have to type so much. It's the way I like it. Don't like all that typing. Rather just talk. But yeah, thanks for joining in tonight via YouTube. Good to have you. Get the stuff closed down here. All right, sir. Everybody else, and y'all have a good evening. Thanks for joining in the conversation. 7-3's all.